Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of G-Police 2 Weapons of Justice. So it's been over a week, actually probably a week since I last recorded one of these. I have, however, edited some of the previous episodes prior to this, so you have a better idea. One thing. I noticed I mentioned, and someone had mentioned this in the comments of the previous game, where the makers of this game actually went on to do Rocket League. That I did not know, but it seems like it was true. So, someone's probably going to have commented that earlier in the Let's Play, and I've not uploaded anything yet, so... Today I'm recording on the 18th of December. Yeah, we're not having a part coming out of Christmas, I don't think, unless I get a move on this week. Maybe in the New Year's. So yeah, let's just jump in. I think we were on the offensive. I think we yeah. So this is the big mission where we're trying to take back the G-Police HQ, and in effect taking the upper hand in the battle for Callisto. The renegade, not the renegade, but the Marine forces which have joined our side have really been a help, and we've managed to push back the hostile Marines. And this, I wonder if you could say this is the battle for Callisto.
All units alert. We are about to undertake a full-scale assault upon the Marines in a bid to regain control of the G-Police headquarters. A covert team of tech staff will infiltrate the Tech Lab village south of the G-Police headquarters. There they will attempt to remotely reprogram the defense grid of automated turrets surrounding the headquarters. If they are unsuccessful, you will be required to destroy the defense grid. Destroy any Marines encountered on site. Once the Marine defense grid has been neutralized, our dropship convoy will land at the headquarters, reinstalling our command post. Provide cover for the convoy, eliminating any Marine reinforcements that arrive. Caution: this is Grice's last Marine stronghold on Callisto. Be prepared to encounter his elite guard divisions at the headquarters. Good luck.
So this is the main mission, and one thing I want to mention is G-Police in G-Police 1. So we had the attack on the Nanosoft base, the HQ, and we had a mission leading up to that, which is like a scout mission. We had a mission leading up to that, which is take out the power grid. Had two missions leading up to that, which is securing a forward base, a foothold. I would have liked to see a sequence like that in this game, where they could have done this with different vehicles, where we could have a reconnaissance with the Rhino. We could use the Raptor to lead a ground assault on something, and then the Venom to lead an air assault on something, and we take out power grid, then we take out that, then we go and attack the HQ. I'd have loved to see something like that. Some of this game lacks is build up to future missions. It does have it at some points. That does feel like a lot of filler missions.
Marine defenses in the vicinity of GPHQ. G-Police squad car carrying tech staff are on their way to the tech lab. They will attempt to rewire the defense grid around GPHQ. We'll keep you informed. Warning! Incoming Marine patrol!
Got Harbinger cannons. Barbecue rockets. Sirens. Pursuit rockets as well. The pursuit rockets are kinda important. Because those are for aircraft. Wow, there's What dome are we actually in? Asgard. Yeah. Did we ever really do much in Asgard before? I mean, it definitely looks changed. There's a lot of damaged buildings. Oh, the pursuit missions are
Tech
the
staff are under attack. Request immediate assistance.
pursuit missiles are the starburst missiles. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of defenses. Holy crap! That is a lot of defenses. They have rockets, we don't. So G-Please does have rockets. How are you not running? How are you not? Okay. I was gonna say like that APC is quite big. Like you can take more space. I feel like this is going to be a long mission where there's going to be multiple parts of it. They don't seem to have it very well defended. I mean, they've lost some craft. Are we actually meant to be going for the aircraft here? Is that actually our objective? So we do have to be careful with the barbecue rockets, because those are really our best thing against ground targets. What I do actually really like about in this game, and it's something I'm only just noticing on this mission. Maybe it is very prevalent in this mission, and like less so in other missions, but there seems to be a lot more specialist weapons.
Tech staff are inside the tech lab. Attempted
And what I mean by that is like
will begin in 2
weapons
minutes.
that very clearly have an intended target within the mission. Or not within the mission, but like in general. Like the Harbinger cannon, for instance, we're using that on gunboats and big things. The barbecue rockets, we want to be using that on ground stuff. The Banshees, we want to be using that on air stuff. But then we also have the Pursuit, which honestly I don't know what we're using that on. Maybe like slower speed stuff as well. Maybe that's like a alternative to Harbinger cannon. Or when we've got the range to use it. There seems to be a lot of patrols. Wait. I really don't understand how these pursuit missiles work. What I will say is that we're not taking enough damage here. Like these aircraft are not doing anything. Yeah, that's possibly one complaint I have in this game is maybe the difficulty. Maybe I should have put it on harder. I feel like the ground units don't have the punch that they had in the original. Like where they were generally dangerous ground units. They'll do a lot of damage. So I'm surprised they didn't have. I'm surprised the Marines didn't have this stuff stockpiled in here. That they brought them in.
The defense grid has been converted to G-Police allegiance. Move to the Allied convoy and escort them to GPHQ.
Okay, I'm gonna save the game because we know what this game does. It does crash sometimes. I'm liking this mission, even though we're in the Raptor, and as I've said, I'm not so keen on the Raptor. I'm liking this mission, and yeah, this is actually a really good choice, like vehicle-wise, for this mission. Well, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't like the Raptor, but I can see why other people do. I mean, it does have its limitations, and there's maybe that I'm not so keen on is like what limits it. But I mean, everything has to be limited, right? Well, except for the Venom. The Venom's just good at everything. Yeah. I think at this point we use Banshees. Pursuit missiles are just difficult to use. Oh, so we do have transports. I thought we ran out of transports. This is a major offensive. I don't know where all of our air units are. We just got like loads and loads of Havocs flying out. Okay, so we did have more resources than I think we realized we did. We've got a small army. Gonna be honest, like how long have we had this army available? Because, you know, there was a bit where we had basically no resources, and like we're running out of ships and pilots, and but what the hell is all of this? We have so much firepower. And some of the resistance that we've faced before now have not been like that massive. We could have pushed back.
At GPHQ. Caution! Gunboat convoy incoming. You are advised to remain inside the GPHQ defense grid.
Gunboat convoy. Okay, no, we're gonna lose fighters, but I need to get up on that road. I mean, we're armored. We're not taking too much damage. God, how many gunboats are they sending? I knew we would get gunboats because we've got Harbinger cannon. Harbinger cannon is so good. I don't know how much these rocket turrets are doing. But yeah, another one. I really like this. My only complaint is I'd love to do this in a Venom. Just have to take out a string of gunboats. But where were the gunboats when we took this over? The Marines kind of messed up. Like, they didn't have enough forces. Although I guess it was kind of explained at the end of the last one. They were kind of coming back in. They were kind of withdrawing all their units back, but not quick enough. We managed to attack them before they managed to get anything back. All of the Allied convoys survived. Wow, how did I manage that?
Good work. The last Marine stronghold has been taken. The majority of the remaining Marine forces have now begun retreating to Oski Dome. It seems as if the Marines are preparing a mass retreat through Oski Dome back to the assault ships waiting in orbit above Callisto. From one of these huge ships, Grice would be able to destroy the colony, individually picking off each dome with long-range particle cannons. Intercept any enemy forces before they have a chance to escape. We must not rule out the possibility that we will have to pursue some of Grice's army into deep space in order to conclude this war. Await further updates on enemy positions.
Ooh, some big stuff there. We might have to go into space. So we're now facing the potential destruction of Callisto by an orbital ship able to bombard. See, how is this legal, but what Nanosoft was doing wasn't? I mean, it's not legal what he's doing now, but how is it legal that he's got ships that can do that kind of damage? And Nanosoft were unable to make a capital class ship legally. They had to hide it. Also, Oski Dome, I think is one of the retreating domes for Nanosoft in the original G Police as well.
The bulk of the remaining Marine forces are retreating to the airlock in Oski Dome. The size of the airlock is only permitting a limited number of units through at a time. Use this delay to strike against assembled Marine forces waiting to depart. Destroy all ground units encountered. Any vehicles capable of spaceflight need to be electronically disabled using your EPP weapon. These craft will be required to move our forces off Callisto in the pursuit of any Marines that have already passed through the airlock. Expect the imminent arrival of Marine reinforcements during this assault.
So we're trying to capture spaceflight capable Marine ships.
EPP, the retreating Marine air convoy.
So I don't believe that the so the dropships can be.
We need you to EPP those aircraft.
Okay, where are we? So the dropship, I'm surprised, is capable. This can go. This is annoying. So the Havoc is not capable of space flight. However, the Venom is. And so are the Corsair fighters. The problem is to manage to hit them with the EPP. Like, we could do with a target lock. But it's kind of hard to do without firing at them. There we are. That one's stunned. I'm curious, how similar does this... Yeah, this is based on massive bridges. This is one of those domes from the original game, and it does actually look similar. I will say it does look similar. And I don't know why. I'm kind of like a stickler for continuity. A turret.
Well done. Now move to the next dome. There are some bridges we want you to destroy. Remember, EPP all aircraft.
This
destroy any ground vehicles.
A carbon copy. Is this a carbon copy of, like, there's some bridges we need to destroy. And it was in these domes that we had to destroy bridges in the previous game. Okay, so the domes caved in. So we're gonna actually have to go outside the domes.
EPP, the retreating Marine Air Convoy.
I missed. So yeah, you can actually go outside the domes. Just on this mission. This mission is the only time where you can actually go outside the domes and tunnels.
We need you to EPP those aircraft.
Good if we could EPP some gunboats and take them over. Yeah, we'll take out the ground units first. I do like this use of the EPP though, because there were missions in the previous game where you'd have to EPP stuff, and it was possible to run out of EPP. Admittedly, I think there's actually very few missions in the original game which required you to EPP for the main objective. I think they're mostly secondary objectives. So you couldn't actually fail by running out of EPP.
Well done. Now move to the next dome. There are some bridges we want you to destroy. Remember, EPP all aircraft. Destroy any ground vehicles.
They caved in the dome. Stop the tunnel to stop us getting further. Right. Yeah, we can't really go further than this. Actually, that's there. I guess it's outside the actual dome itself. we've only got 3 use of the Harbinger cannon. Okay. I was like, why do I have the Harbinger cannon? We don't really need it much, do we? Okay. Got some APCs that we're going to mostly ignore, except for now that we're going to actually destroy them. They still had a lot of stuff left on Callisto, the Marines. So hanged fighters are no problem. Honestly, that's the best kind, the ones that don't move when you're trying to hijack them. Yeah, we don't want to be damaging those. So do we have to destroy the bridges or not? I feel like no, we just have to get rid of the ground forces. I'm gonna disable this just in case. Oh, so, okay, so we do have to actually destroy this. I was gonna say, like, I don't know if we have to destroy the APCs. Probably. Makes sense. So these are all the captured fighters that we have. So there was really not much communication in that. My headcanon, I like to think that there was no one on the radio because everyone was preparing to go into space. Like, all the main personnel on dropships.
These guys were good. They'd made a fighting withdrawal back to their dropships, and Grice had left a few squads to cover his back. By the time we'd cleaned up his rear guard, he'd managed to slip away with his remaining troops. Our planetary defense system was out of action permanently, so his assault ships could grease us from orbit. With the colony transmitter wasted, we couldn't even warn Earth. Somehow, we were going to have to go after Grice ourselves.
Yes. Now we are 30 minutes into the episode. Typically, okay, destroy the bridge before enemy units. Yeah. I couldn't be bothered with the bridges. So typically, this would be actually a good time to end the part. However, we're only half an hour in, so you guys get to see the brand new vehicle we get in the next mission. It is the Corsair. It's a ship that we have been destroying most of this game. It's a ship we've seen since the start of this game. I can only assume at this point the kegs have just been completely wiped out. Or maybe they're still causing issues, but they're so little of a focus now because we got more important things to worry about.
The successful seizure of the marine craft has substantially increased the size of our zero-G strike force. G-Police fighters are currently having their thrust systems upgraded for space travel. Our engineers have even modified some new prototype Venom Mark IIIs to accommodate a zero-gravity environment. However, the Corsairs we acquired in the previous mission are our greatest assets. The Corsair was originally designed as a high-speed, highly maneuverable close-range space fighter. It poses a significant threat under normal atmospheric conditions, but in a zero-gravity environment, the Corsair is a formidable weapon. All pilots make preparations for imminent space travel. We are sending up a number of scouting parties to locate a clear sector of space. From here we can establish an orbital base of operations, essential for the orchestration of this conflict's final phases. Familiarize yourself with the Corsair's handling. Follow your waypoint indicator to patrol your designated sector. Any inquisitive enemy marine units should be intercepted immediately before they can escape or communicate back to the rest of the fleet.
I feel like this part of the game could be like half the game. Although I think if it was mostly space-based, and I think the plan was for G-Police 3 to have a significant space section. I think if that was the case, they would run the risk of pushing people away from the suits, because the in-atmosphere combat is what really makes the game. It's what makes the game the game. So, I'll do plasma cannon. I actually don't really know what this does. So yeah, we got some new weapons. Homing rockets, super starburst missiles. The super starburst are amazing, by the way. So, better EPP. This is a rocket. I don't really know what the weapons do. I can't remember. The starburst I remember. The starburst is... Oh my god, is it the best weapon in the game? I really think so. We are now in space. Okay, so the Corsair can't go backwards. So this might be why they didn't have the vertical lock on the Havoc and the Venom. possibly because they didn't want to have issues with controls in this, because they quite clearly want the controls for all the new types of vehicles to be
Blue Flight,
different.
follow your waypoints and patrol Sector 327-2. Red Flight, proceed to Sector 327-5.
So we're actually quite far from Callisto
Blue
already.
Flight, we are reading 2 faint blips in your area. Downloading coordinates. It could
Where's
be
Jupiter?
interference, but we need you to investigate.
I was going to say, where's Jupiter?
Control, this is Red 1. 3275, all clear. Proceeding to 3274.
Unusual energy readings detected. Investigate. Scan those vehicles.
So I do think the graphics take a massive knock here, because where are the stars? Where are the stars, and I'm sure we can probably find the sun somewhere. Yeah. But where are the stars? They've got, okay, so if they've got this plasma pulse cannon, why didn't they use this against us?
Energy source identified. Move on. We've located multiple turret mines. Downloading coordinates. Blue Flight, you are clear to engage. Reinforcements on their way. ETA 2 minutes.
Okay, let's show what this starburst does.
Blue 1, this is Red 1. Looks like you could do with some help. Red 2, you're with me. Red 6, cover Red 4.
So these are actually some of the hardest missions in the game as well. Particularly the last mission in the game is really difficult.
Good work, Blue Flight.
So
You have more hostiles inbound.
we still have the same fighters that we're against from the Marines. Because I mean, all the Marine ships can work in space.
Blue 1, this is Red 1. Looks like you could do with some help. Red 2, you're with me. Red 6, cover Red 4.
That's a new fighter. Oh no, that's not. Okay, so the Helix isn't real. Oh, it came back around. So this is a new fighter. This is just a space fighter, I think. So I'm still getting used to these new weapons. Okay, so that's how that works. So we don't have charge bars. We just have a number that gives us.
Good work, Blue Flight. Good work, Red Flight. We've lost contact with Green Flight. It could be the asteroids, but we need you to check it out. Downloading coordinates.
So these asteroids do actually pose a small threat, and you can actually destroy them as well.
Control, this is Red 1. We've got multiple hostiles, fighters, dropships. No trace of Green Flight, but I am detecting a lot of debris.
Unsanctioned force.
Oh! We weren't meant to destroy that, apparently. I mean... could have told me before we reached them. Okay, so I guess we should
Blue Flight, follow your
disable
waypoints and patrol sector 327-2.
the dropships.
Red Flight, proceed to sector 327-5.
Well, I should have figured this is kind of
Blue
like a
Flight,
tutorial
we are
mission to
reading
the,
two
the
faint
ship.
blips in your area. Downloading coordinates. It could be interference, but we need you to investigate. Unusual energy readings detected. Investigate. Scan those vehicles.
Control, this is Red 1. 3275, all clear. Proceeding to 3274.
I remember as a kid I had issues with a few missions. This is one of those actually,
Energy source identified.
because
Move on.
you have to
We've located
disable
multiple
them.
turret mines. Downloading coordinates. Blue Flight, you are clear to engage. Reinforcements on their way.
And as a
ETA 2 minutes.
kid with a French copy and you don't know whether you have to disable or destroy.
Blue 1, this is Red 1. Looks like you could do with some help. Red 2, you're with me. Red 6, cover Red 4.
May have hit a wingman.
Good work, Blue Flight. You have more hostiles inbound.
So, one thing they portray in some of the cutscenes is that, like, we have like a main flight, like we have like a group, but they don't really ever portray this in the missions that like Alpha Wing is actually like a wing of 4 pilots.
Blue 1, this is Red 1.
Some of which we saw
Looks
in
like
the
you could
first
do
game.
with some help. Red 2, you're with me. Red 6, cover Red 4.
They never really mention that in this game, but this is like the first time where you see. Actually, we have 3 wingmen basically in this. I think the best example is because one of them's called Daniels, and you actually see this in the first game because there's a couple missions where you actually have a second wingman. I have no idea where my wingmen have gotten to. There's one of them, but they're like completely inactive. I don't know if the AI is kind of broken or buggy in this mission, but there doesn't seem to be much extra movement. And again, it's like this environment definitely needed space. Needed stars rather.
Good work, Blue Flight. Good work, Red Flight. We've lost contact with Green Flight. It could be the asteroids, but we need you to check it out. Downloading coordinates.
One thing, like if somehow someone, if someone somewhere somehow made G-Police 3, one thing I'd like to see
Control, this is Red 1.
the selection
We've
of
got
your
multiple
weapons.
hostiles, fighters, dropships.
The ability to
no trace
choose
of
your
Green
weapon.
Flight, but I am detecting a lot of debris.
Red Flight, destroy the fighters. Blue Flight, disable the dropships.
Are we Blue Flight? I guess, I mean, we're in blue. Like our heads-up display is blue.
Good work, Blue Flight. Engage the fighters.
Yeah, the Helix missiles are very effective. They seem to always find their target.
Good work, Blue Flight. Good work, Red Flight. Mission complete. Return to base.
Oh, that was quick. No. No way has it crashed.
Roger that, Control.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness for that. Sometimes it gets stuck. Sometimes it crashes. Sometimes it doesn't. I need to remember to make a save each mission, like midway through the mission. I don't know why it does that. I don't know if that's a game. I don't know if that's what I'm playing on.
Speak and Kincaid had come up with a plan, and it was a real nightmare. Kincaid would take an assault team in one of the captured dropships and try to pass as some of Grice's troops escaping off planet. If we moved quickly, the security codes would still be the same, and Kincaid's team would get to the landing bay of the carrier, the Barossa. Once on board, the assault team would nail as many defense systems as possible and hold out until the rest of us arrived with guns blazing. Seemed like a suicide mission to me, but since nobody had a better plan, we had to go for it.
So, yeah. We need to capture a carrier. I was actually wondering how did we get to space? Of course, it's on the G-Police mobile bases. They're actually able to go into space. I was unaware of that.
Good work. Special intelligence operatives are currently questioning the Marines from the dropships you disabled. So far, they are refusing to comment. However, our technical engineers plan to download one of the dropship's destination coordinates from its onboard navigational computer. Within the next few hours, we can expect to have the exact location of one of Grice's assault ships. With the intelligence we've gathered so far from other reconnaissance missions, it seems Colonel Grice's swift departure caused his forces to become somewhat spread out. This should give us an advantage when instigating any hit-and-run sorties. The electromagnetic fields generated by the dense asteroid fields high above Callisto have severely reduced communication range and quality. Use this to your advantage when engaging the enemy. An asteroid field also makes for a useful combat environment, particularly to a pilot trained to fly through dense cityscapes.
So we have 4 more missions left of this game. So I think that the final recording might be a long part. We'll see. Or I might do it in 2 recording sessions and put it together. Very possible. So yes, thank you everyone for watching. And yeah, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cravone. And I'll see you guys next week. Unless you're binging, in which case I will see you when I can think of a number of seconds that's meme-worthy. And I can't think of anything. Bye.